What is the optimum length for your manufacturing video? This is a question we get asked all the time, and the answer is it depends on several factors. Now, that's the most annoying answer I could give at the beginning of the video. So let's dive into a couple of examples here. Now, imagine you've gone to the cinema, you've paid for your tickets, you've gone to see the latest film, you're really excited, you've bought your popcorn, your drinks, and everything, and you've sat down, the lights go down, the movie begins, and after 60 seconds, it's all finished, lights come back on, and that's it. And you're wondering what's going on. On the flip side, imagine you're scrolling through your socials and a video that looks quite compelling comes up and you see that it's an hour and a half long. Well, you haven't got time for that, so you're just not going to watch it. In the first example, you were bought into watching the video. Literally, you wanted to be there. You bought your tickets and you were ready for a long movie. In the second example, you weren't necessarily bought into to watching it. You were flicking through your socials to see what was there, but someone needed to kind of grab your attention. And that's where the difference in length for your manufacturing videos comes in. Let's look at a few examples. Now, your brand video. I think people are generally going to want to watch your brand video. They've probably come to your website already from your social media or something, and they want to find out a bit more about you and what you do. So, your brand video, I think, can afford to be slightly longer in length. You might have a little trailer or a couple of little teasers that you put out on social media to either get people to wait for the video to be launched or to direct them over to your website to watch the whole video. And those ones obviously would be a lot shorter. But your main brand video, I think, can be a little bit longer. If you're putting out a product video on social media, I think that wants to be a little bit shorter compared to the same product video on your website. Again, if it's on your website, people have probably come there because they're interested. They've come from your social media or they've done a Google search to get there, and they're happy to watch a slightly longer video about your product. Perhaps they're about to purchase the product. If it's on social media, then it's probably just again a short snippet of a video, a bit of a teaser to get them to watch the longer video. And like we said in the example at the beginning, those probably do want to be a bit shorter because people are just scrolling through. But it's got to be high impact as well. It's got to grab people's attention. If they're at the stage of the buyer journey where they're fairly committed to buying the product already, then I think you can afford to go even longer with that video. And then you have to look at what the product is that they're actually buying or what the service is that they're buying. If they're buying a £5 cable on Amazon, for example, then they're not going to want to sit through a particularly long video. You know, they want kind of 30 seconds, you're in, you're out, you see all the features and the benefits, and hopefully it makes you want to buy the cable. But if they're the CEO of a company and they're about to commit half a million, few £1 million to the purchase of some new equipment, then they're probably happy to sit through a slightly longer video. You'd hope so anyway, because it's a bigger commitment, both financially and in terms of time and everything. When you've got a big bit of expensive kit, I think your product video can be a bit longer and can contain a lot of information about that product. Let's look at some general examples then. So for your social media videos, I think on the whole, you want to be anywhere from 15 seconds up to 60 seconds. You'd be amazed at how much you can fit into a 60-second video. If it's moving pretty fast and it's got quite a pace to it, then you can get an awful lot of information into a 60-second video. 15 seconds might just be enough as well. Just that bit of a teaser, especially if it's high impact. Put it on social media, grab people's attention, and that's all you need. A brand video, as I said, I think can be a little bit longer. We normally recommend anywhere from 90 seconds to 3 minutes for a brand video. Perhaps it's interviews with founders or with your MD or CEO, and perhaps there's some interviews with some employees as well. And you want to weave a bit of a story into there as well. So you need a bit of time to tell that story. And as I say, I think at that stage, people are happy to watch a slightly longer video. So again, brand video, 90 seconds to 3 minutes. Your product videos, I think, can be about 1 to 2 minutes in length. And as I said before, you can create some little teaser videos off the back of those, which are much shorter to go on your socials. But I would hope by the time people land on your website that they are willing to watch a 1 to 2 minute video about your product. Now, as I said, I'm focusing on sort of larger products here rather than just your Amazon cable. Testimonial videos are usually in the range of 90 seconds to 2 minutes, maybe a touch longer. This is when you are interviewing one of your customers about how it was to work with you, the product and the service that you provided to them. People are interested, I think, at this stage to hear more about your product or service that you offer, so they should be willing again to watch a sort of 1.5, 2 minute video with some of your customers talking about you. A case study video is a slightly more in-depth look at a particular case, the way you've helped either an industry or sector or whatever it is. And these can be a bit longer, I think, because they are going into a bit more depth, particularly again, if it's a big commitment that people are about to get into. You could be looking from anywhere from sort of 2 minutes all the way up to sort of 8 minutes with a case study video. If you've got a lot to go through, a lot of detail, a lot of depth, a compelling 8 minute video actually doesn't feel that long to watch. And again, especially if they're already interested in working with you, they should be happy to sit through that sort of length video. You can take this advice as a starting point, but I would advise you to then do your own testing, see what works, and make sure that you're creating good quality videos. That's really the essence of it. You need to have something that's compelling, because if it's compelling, people will watch any length of video, really. If it's a rubbish 15-second video, they're not even going to get through the first 5 seconds of it before they scroll on past or press stop. The video has to be good quality, and then the length, is sort of almost secondary to that. But test it, see what works for you, see what works for your product, your service, and your audience critically. And again, where they are on the buyer journey is going to have an effect on how long you can make the video. Remember that for longer videos, you can always chop them up and make little teasers or social snippets that you can then use to bring people over to the main video. You got that option as well. There's AI tools out there that will do that for you. Ideally, you get your production company to cut those up for you and create little mini stories that you can then use as teasers. So I hope you found this video useful. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share with any friends, colleagues, family that might find this useful. And we'll see you next time.